up YouTube, LazeeLlama here, and you are back with this beautiful game. I click here to beta, grinding along. I let this grind for quite a while, so we have saved up a decent bit here. We're on a time zone. I'm positive we're going to be able to beat this here, though. With our upgrades we're going to be able to purchase, so. Again, I saved up a lot of cash to make sure we were going to be able to do this. That probably wasn't worth definitely wasn't worth grabbing. I don't know what I'm doing. Just wasting stuff here. But we're moving along, like, really fast at this point, as you can see, faster than we would move if I didn't save up a little bit. So I figured, why not grind out a little bit, trying to make this start off a little fast. Obviously it's going to slow down as we get rolling, but that'll be worth it. The 15, you don't put any more into those top guys. This armor set gets kind of weird with what's actually worth upgrading, so when you get this far into the sets, it kind of gets odd, and most of them aren't worth getting to the 120 that we were talking about. So but through the whole beginning of the game, as you're figuring it out, I'm telling you, that 120 trick, so good. Level things to 120 for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. We talked about it past couple episodes, but if you missed those by any chance, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Kebab or energize, of course. I was like, did it not work? What happened there? Pop that so we can keep things moving along here. Grind things out. Take that, of course. We're gonna get the upgrades for that soon, which would be really nice. And boss done with a couple crits. Already on to 192. We're going. We're beating the game this episode. I'm beating the game. I'm beating the world. We're getting through our first run on this world. That is this episode for sure. That is the goal. I feel like it's a relatively easy enough goal to accomplish, so we'll definitely be doing it. I don't know how much we'll struggle when we get to the boss, because we'll probably have very low mana by then. I might have to let it farm a little bit before we go for the actual push to beat it, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. There's that upgrade that boosts us up quite a bit. This upgrade will be beautiful as well. That's a lot. I mean, that's, you know, double our current damage there. We can actually afford that, but a little bit of ways of being able to actually afford it. Although, is that our next big upgrade that we're aiming for? It is. It actually is. We'll have to buy one of these first, but realistically, it's not worth yet. We'll want to get this first. We definitely want to aim for upgrading this ring before anything else. You just see that damage there is much more than the damage that these are going to get me for roughly the same cost. Sometimes just kind of paying attention to that, just enough, it's going to make a big difference for you. So we just hold out here a tad bit. Maybe one more monster. We can afford this, which is going to give us a lot more damage than one of these would have given us. Now we'll aim for one of these, though. That'll be the goal, is to get one of these, and I don't know really what I want. Obviously, I don't want to drop the haste, but I will take probably just the treasure chest gold, even though it's not going to happen much. Just looking mainly for the damage here. So we're on to the grind to get the crystal equipment, which does take a while and is very expensive to actually be able to afford it. It's quite a bit. It is quite a bit. It doesn't come that easy. You can see that this is still a huge boost to us for what it costs here. Actually, never mind, I lied to you. It's actually not that great for us. This last set gets kind of weird. I was trying to make a point. It's hard to explain on this last set. Let's grab that. It's going to add a ton for us. See, it's doing so much of our damage. Oh, wow. No. So we let that run out. We run out of Clickstorm, which is really what helps grind in the early game. And honestly, it's going to be what helps grind us through a lot of our game in general, not going the whole multi-click route. But like I said, later on, maybe we'll do the multi-click pushing. And I may end up doing some offline grinding too, and not show absolutely everything. Some of the world grinds we might do kind of off camera, but we'll see. I'm not sure 100% how I want to do that. As we get going, I just saying I might do it just to kind of help speed this up a tad bit. I know I'm doing the 2 videos a day at the moment, for the most part. There might be some days we only do 1. But I'm also curious what you guys think of the 2 videos a day. Is it too much? You guys enjoy it? I know it seems like it's enjoyed so far. Obviously, it won't be a permanent thing. This will end up going down to just a once a day series. It's a lot to get 2 videos of it done and uploaded. As even just the upload times for these videos is quite high. So getting that all done is not necessarily the easiest, but I'm trying to make it happen for you guys, as I do think it's somewhat enjoyable. And by that I mean I think it's enjoyed by pretty much everyone. The fact that I'm doing 2 a day, I think is, you know, a good thing. It's a good thing. We're gonna hit our 8 ability here, or where I put it at 8. You can also, if anyone's wondering, you can also come in here and you can drop off things. So when you get more skills, you can kind of store them in there. You can only just have 8 hotbarred, and you can move them around at free will. So you want to move something, there you go. Something you don't like, you don't ever use something, take it off your hotbar. No need to have it there. If for some reason you're spamming one button and you accidentally keep clicking others, which I did, just move it to a different spot so it's not super close. Like if you're doing, for example, you keep accidentally hitting Clickstorm, which I realistically should move so I don't accidentally mess it up. Just move that out of the way. Now it's just gone. I can move this over. Now I just got these to click. You know, if you're only using a couple, you just move it around, customize it, make it yours. It's really nice. You should probably buy some upgrades instead of just sitting here talking, huh? That'd be pretty helpful. Oh, I'm literally hitting 5 to try to click my huge clicks now. Like, why is this not working? Because I moved it. Actually, I actually kind of liked how I had it. I just do accidentally hit 4 sometimes and reactivate it, which isn't a big deal if you don't let it run out, like you don't accidentally mess up. See, the thing is, now if I accidentally let my energy run out, I'm golden because I can just reactivate my Clickstorm. If not, it's on a pretty long cooldown, so I can save a lot of time though. Oh, I probably should have grabbed that, huh? Ouch. We'll get it pretty quick, actually. That won't take that long to get. I'm gonna throw in a couple clicks here. There we go. Bam. That'll give us quite a bit of damage. I'm not super close to leveling. For some reason, I thought we ended this at level 13, though. Maybe we get that by the end. Maybe the end boss gives you a sum. I didn't know if the end boss actually gives you a sum of XP, but let's see. I can't wait to explain the whole world thing to you guys, which we should go over at the end. By the end of this video, we'll talk about when we beat this world. But the end boss, guys, I'm telling you, the boss looks sweet for this world. I love it. The whole fight is just cool. I'm hoping to see more kind of like they did in this one. In a way, this is my favorite boss. In a way. And as we unlock him, I don't necessarily want to spoil it for people who don't want the spoilers too early. We'll talk about it as we go, but just in a way, it's my favorite boss. Alright. We're doing really well here. I'm liking our progress. I gotta keep this energized going. We're definitely gonna probably have an issue with this world. And by probably, I mean definitely gonna have an issue with this world. I don't know if we're gonna even beat it. Definitely gonna have to be using a lot of energy here. Let's grind this one out. Realistically, nah. I don't think that's gonna be worth grabbing. I just don't think it'll be worth it. I'm trying to look at the prices here and compare them right now, because we can get this, and like that to that, this is way more efficient gold price wise. Yeah, we'll get it. It's actually pretty decent. We have taken over the we're beating the time, basically. That's all you got to be doing, is make sure you're beating this time up at the top here. If your top bar, your world bar, is beating the time zone bar, you're golden. Which we are doing, so. Alright. Smack one with the big click. Or the huge click, I should say. We have the huge clicks, the big clicks, and I believe your basic clicks are called small clicks. I don't know if it says it in here. I believe they're called small clicks. Pop our energy up as we move on. The final stretch, guys. We are coming up to it. This is obviously a really big damage boost. costs about double this, but is well more than double the damage. As far as this goes, it's also much better. Yeah, we probably want to wait for that. Sometimes waiting is not the best thing to do, but I honestly think it's gonna be the best in this case. Just holding out on spending. Yeah, I guess getting this in a turn helps you farm gold faster, which might get you to this quicker, but this boost is pretty good. We are gonna run out of mana here, which means I'm probably gonna do a little bit of just offline grinding to get towards the boss, but slow pushing while we prep up to get to the boss. I literally almost just bought that after saying not to buy it until we had this, which we're really close to getting. And there we go. Moving along still really nicely. Just burning our energy down, and then we'll activate our energize again. Cape's actually doing really little for us right now. So again, is this still worth it? Probably not. Nah. This is gonna give me more for the cost. It falls off in both categories here. So you can see that one's probably not worth it. Oh, please. Don't do it. There we go. We held it. We held it. Me spamming a little too much can do that to you. You gotta kind of pay attention to that. Eventually, I'm sure you could get everything completely automated if you really wanted, but we're not super focused on that yet. But there's so much on this skill tree. I was just kind of pondering around it, like reading through things. I really just want to sit down and like literally read through everything at some point or another. But it's like so hard to comprehend everything. Like this, critical hits from auto attacks restore 1 mana. That could be pretty great. And 1 mana can take a little while to regen, so that's pretty good. I mean, monsters killed with critical hits, reduced cooldown of Power Surge, which I haven't even unlocked Power Surge at all yet. It's not even something I went through. It's over here, which is pretty awesome. Power Surge, like you guys know and love, pretty much. It's pretty much what it is. Straight up 200% damage for the 60 seconds. I don't know what the cooldown on it is, but with high haste, you could obviously reduce it, so you could have it up quite often. You constantly have 200% extra damage, could be cool. I feel like it wouldn't be too bad to get. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. And we're aiming for those 2 things, but like there's some pretty good stuff out here. You got this here, which is gonna energize, or energize becomes managized, which restores 25% of your mana at the cost of 120 energy. So you could change out your energize if you want and get that, which isn't bad. I could see you making it work if you were really going energy based, like you grab this for example, then you can turn your energy into mana, and you know, I don't know what the cooldown once again on this is, if it's not that crazy or if there is no cooldown. You can, anytime you get 120 energy, you can do it. That's pretty good, because then you're making this effective basically with using these if you ever run out of mana and don't have enough mana regen or something. Like, there's so much to it. Spending mana increases haste, so you bounce those off each other. Limitless biz clicks. I was looking at this one as well. I thought about this was really far out of the way of my main goal, but it would really need to get. Big clicks has no cooldown and can stack infinitely, so you could just continuously stack this, and if you had that on a crazy cooldown, you could just get it going forever. So you're constantly always using big clicks for everything you do, which would be honestly pretty insane to see, if you ask me. We're still a ways off these. Before, on my first playthrough, we got the Crystal Sword and the Crystal Helmet for the boss. I may not have enough gold boosting. Ouch. We might run into some problems with our gold. Yeah, we might be farming the final boss actually a decent bit. A little worried about that. We'll see. We'll make it work. It's just I feel we're still a ways off of getting this, and I really don't have anything that should have boosted what I'm hoping for. We can drop boss gold, mana regen, pick up some gold, but I was hoping for just straight gold here. that huge clicks down there. Keep us moving. Dragging along here. I tell you, this should be our slowest run we probably are going to have for a while. Again, I know some horrors of 4th run stuff and 3rd run stuff, but I promise World 3 will farm up plenty for. And World 4, I mean, I'll try to do the same. I just don't know how long World 4 is going to take even on my other one yet, so we'll see. World 2 shouldn't be a problem. Like, I mean, it's obviously going to be a bit of a long run. A couple episodes worth, but it'll be a lot quicker for me to get through. It'll actually still be quite a few episodes. You gotta think this is actually a lot quicker than it would have been. You think we did that live stream, which sped us up a ton. And I still do plan to try to live stream this on Sundays. Just so you guys know, that is a goal of mine to stream this on Sundays on YouTube, on our profile here. If I can time things out right, it's gonna be a little weird. But we'll see if I can make it happen like every Sunday for, you know, like a 2-hour stream. We'll see. It might not happen every week, but that's gonna be a goal of mine. I'd like to still do that, but again, we'll play it by ear. The Twitch streams have been going extremely well, so I'm trying to put a lot of focus into streaming over there. But again, we'll see how things go. We're actually still 2 zones away, and actually 199 is a time zone too, which we're gonna get stuck on. You know what? Realistically, we're gonna get stuck on that world, and I'm gonna farm that a ton. You know what? Because I do want to make sure we get this done, I'm going to bounce out now and just kind of let the game progress. And I'm going to make it so I do fail the 199. I'm going to farm up a ton of gear so we can do, hopefully, the final boss on a single run or something. We'll kind of bounce out here, though, for a little bit, and I'll come back to finish this up in a little bit. Alrighty, we have returned once more after quite a bit of grinding. I actually went and showered and stuff, got ready for bed, actually, as it's, like I said, getting pretty late. We did grab the crystal sword and now the crystal helmet, as you can see. Gonna reactivate this, and we're gonna go for the win here, basically. Get geared up, ready to do this. We're gonna fly through this, no problem. Onto the final boss, guys, and then we'll talk briefly about the worlds and the whole ascension system, kind of, which is really just the worlds, but we'll talk about that. Obviously, this episode, before we move on and start grinding this out again next episode. Got World 1. Here we go, though. The boss. Hopefully we can get it done. I should probably activate 5 too before we get there. Get our energize running. Here it is. It's a little worm. That's it. That's the boss. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it. Nah, I'm just kidding. What's cool about this boss is it's actually got like 2 little thorns to it, which none of the other bosses have currently. So as you see, just watch this. It gets sweet. Oh no. Well, rip. I lost my click storm because I clicked too much. We'll be alright, though. We'll be alright. We are going to beat it here, as you can see. Our first attempt. No problem. That extra farming I did made it so we could. If I didn't farm out that other zone, and I just tried to like beat that one, we would definitely not have been able to do this, so. I just gonna have to do all the manual clicking here. We can actually close this with a fight, as we have no upgrades. We don't get any of this gold till after. But you can see you get all this gold, so when you lose, you actually get that gold. So that's how farming you know, any of the bosses actually work. The 25, the 50, or the 75, and I guess the 100 too. I wouldn't farm this if you can beat it, but farming up to the point till you can beat it. This is kind of how it's done. There'll be a whole 5 minutes for this one. You get through it. We do have everything. We do have abilities kind of on our automators going, but I just like to kind of manually click it and throw some big clicks in here as well. Make sure we've got this thing. You know, we're definitely beating this timer, so that's not an issue whatsoever. It shows you how many times you've attempted a boss, which is really awesome. But we've 100% got this in the bag. So much energy. We got this we can actually use, which kind of pops us back on our energy. We don't really need the extra mana, but I'll be able to 100% just constantly have energized running the whole fight. At some point soon, I think it's at its halfway point here. It's the timer halfway point. It happens, but I might be wrong. We got to the point where we can literally one-shot to some other. On the Twitch one, we came back and did it. Oh, here you go. Bam, and there it goes. And it is beast. It's so sweet looking. So sweet looking. Probably my favorite looking boss. Again, I just like the 2 stages to it. But like I said, they're all pretty sweet. Again, the artwork in this game is just absolutely insanely awesome. That's definitely one of the best things about this game, is just how good the artwork is. Like, it's so amazing. Well, we're 100% kind of stuck here. I forgot to re-energize up, but we just gotta kind of like let it slow grind us out of the mess we're in. And the boss music as well. Just listen to this. It's so good. Should be fairly loud. I upped it a little bit some of the first couple episodes, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'll kind of get an example as we go along. But I wanted to kind of get it a little bit louder. I don't want to be too overwhelming, but I love it. So close. He's almost done. We beat our world, which is going to have an insanely high timer, guys. I've let it sit for so long, just leaving it open. The time on this run is going to be ridiculous. But generally, if you play it straight through, you'll do it in roughly 4 to 6 hours, depending on your build and how efficient you play. 4 to 6 hours is rough if you're sitting down playing it straight. I did it 4.5 on my first run. You could shave about 20 minutes off because I did leave the game open for like 20 minutes there too. But we actually did get the level there, I think. I think we just leveled up. That shot up, so I think we leveled. Yeah, we got level 13. So you can see our crazy time on it. But we did beat it. Which is amazing. It's so good to have it done. Technically, we've unlocked World 2. Like I said, it recommends level 15, and we're going to overshoot the crap out of that. Because that's still not good enough. We're going to be redoing this probably 4 times here to make it worth it. We still get a large amount of XP. You earned basically 50,000 in your first run. This one, it cuts it down to 32,000. I think it shaves off 40% if I'm not mistaken each time, and it just drops 40% every time. It's something like that, along the lines of that. But you can see here the monster health and the item cost. That right there. You get randomized numbers on these, which I think this is actually similar to my other one, which is good, because what can happen, I think it starts to happen really bad in World 3, is you can get really low item cost. So you might literally get 7% item cost or something, but your monster health is so much higher. And that's where people have been going through zones long, and it actually it's random. So you get stuck with it, you're stuck with it. You have to play through it. What I think they should add, and we talked about it in stream, and I'm going to end up suggesting it if no one actually officially suggested it yet, is a way to re-roll your world for like rubies that you've earned. If you saved up enough, you can pay, I don't know, whatever it is, 100 to re-roll the world, so you could, if you really don't want to do it, re-roll it if it looks terrible, just so you're not stuck into something completely messed up. But also, you see this like standard economy, standard monster growth. For the first 3 worlds, that's like that, and I don't know exactly what it's like on the 4th one, but again, that's where I have like the, I think, spiked economy, and I have some wall or something monster growth. So I don't know exactly how that's going to play into things either, but that is a thing too, which again we'll talk about more when we get there. But I just kind of wanted to explain that out as well. But yeah, that's World 1, guys. It's our first time getting through it. Of course, we'll be doing that a ton. Grinding through it will be much faster next time. Like I said, I think it took me about an hour and a half to do it before. With this build, I think it's honestly going to be a lot slower on this build. I don't think this is technically the fastest way to do it, but there's really no wrong way to play the game. I was actually talking to some people and kind of explaining how I view the game, and what it comes down to is there's obviously going to be a best way to play it and a most efficient way to run it. And going the same skill tree that everyone else goes when it's figured out. It's like, yeah, that might be the best way to do it. But you know what? There's no wrong way to really build the tree. There's perks in all the directions of this tree that are just, they're going to be beneficial, and you're going to be able to play through and beat the game no matter how you play it. So don't focus too much on that. Just have fun going on this massive tree where you have almost 700 items to choose from and go through on that skill tree. No joke, there's about 700, and the crazy thing is, every character that they come out with is going to have its own skill tree. Completely different stuff on it. I mean, maybe not completely. I'm sure there will be some like overlapping stuff, but the skill tree alone, I'm sure like all the big, most of the big like blue things are going to be all swapped out, and things might be changed around in order and stuff, but like they're all going to be different skill trees for every character they release into this game. So, as well as that we do have some more themes coming, which is going to be pretty sweet. But yeah, anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smack the like button, guys. It really does help me out an absolute ton. You guys have been doing great with that. If we can keep that up, that would be amazing. And yeah, as always, guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.